In memory of those characters I thought I have totally forgotten, they just all came back. It's not friendly to newcomers. It's so weird that in real life you're not a couple. The Eternal Love 3 is here. The first series happened back in 2017 summer. Then we got the second series in the following year. Then this year, 2021 summer, this drama just dropped. Helicoptered in without announcing beforehand. And I clicked open the drama. I thought I wouldn't really be interested in it anymore after that many years and after 2 seasons of quite crazy storytelling. Well, what do you know? I watched through the first 8 episodes in one go. At the time I'm making this video, I've watched 10 episodes of this drama, so this would be a first impression of the 3rd series of The Eternal Love. Not to be confused with 10 Miles of Peach Blossoms. This drama is 30 episodes long, and as its previous 2 series, it still belongs to Tencent. It is still produced by the same producer, written by the same writer, pretty much still the entire old crew, from the main creatives to the main actors. For everyone who's watched the first 2 series, everything about this drama will be very familiar. Before I go into talk about the details, I'll first give you my rating. Based on the first 10 episodes, I'll give it a 1 gold mine. Now, let me briefly introduce you to the story in case you actually haven't heard about the first 2 series. And it started with a contemporary girl who is a real estate agent who just happened to travel into a magical, fantastical, ancient world setting world and entering a body of a girl who looks exactly like her. So the first series main story is about this girl trying to figure out what is going on with her contemporary mind that's ending up in a Fantasyland's ancient body, and how the 2 personalities switch and how they deal with their love affairs in their life. That also works into some kind of court conspiracy. And then they realize at the end of that, both leads, the male and the female lead, are actually coming from a more magical land, more fantastical land than they previously thought of. So the second series is an extension of the first series when the 2 main lead characters ended up in another version of the ancient world, another kind of setup, and they have to figure out how to survive in that world. And that created a problem of the male lead actually exists at the same time with 2 different versions. One is that world's version, one is the person who has experienced the first series version. There's a lot of really funny moments of that drama happening due to the guy basically being jealous of himself. And a lot of the second series dramatic tension rides on him trying to make the girl remember that who is the real him and stuff. Like, yeah. 3rd series came along and you're like, okay, you're playing that. So the 3rd series starts with they being pulled into another version of the world that they haven't experienced before. It is very much like Tiger and Rose world, where it's a matriarchal society and the women are the people who are in control of the world. And this time it is the female lead who remembers everything. So it reverses that, who is trying to make who remembering stuff, as they've done it in 2nd series. Is that confusing enough? So before I go into talk about the good things and the bad things about this drama, I want to first say, a lot of people when they first saw this drama, the 3rd series, they would think, wow, it's so much like Tiger and Rose. It really is just coincidental, because this series existed for years before Tiger and Rose happened. The 3rd series is filmed last year from June to August, and then before that they've already got the script, whereas Chen Qianqian Tiger and Rose aired in May last year. So the 3rd series is unfortunate in terms of it runs into very similar setup as a drama that's popular last year, and it makes it look like it's trying to rubbing off that drama's heat, but it's not the case at all. Now, as usual, let me talk about the things that I appreciate about this drama. First thing, nostalgia. I never expected I would be saying that, reviewing a Chinese period idol fantasy drama. This is, I think, the only franchise really in Chinese dramaland of this genre that had this history over 4 years. And it's very rare if you watch Chinese drama. Same crew, same characters, continuous storyline, people coming back, working together again and again and again. This just doesn't happen in Chinese drama. You can hardly find anything apart from like standard like sitcom, that kind of drama. For this type of genre, this is the only one. And just when I thought I've already had enough about this entire thing, when I started to watch the third series, so much memory came back. The memory of my 2017 summer or 2018 summer, and memory of those characters I thought I have totally forgotten, they just all came back. Such as the maid of the female lead character Jing Xing, such as the guard character Yu Hao of the male lead, such as Prince 14, the emperor, the kind of godlike guy Liu Qianshui, this time turning into Liu Baishui. Anyway, all those characters, right? When they show up, I'm like, somehow that works. It really feels good. I was so happy to see these faces. Also, if you've watched the first two series and loved them or liked them, this drama will continue that. It really is written by the same team, same person, produced by the same crew. Immediately, you get the same vibe, the same pacing, the same style of jokes, the same style of everything. And so many old famous moments and scenes get caught back in their new versions. So when you're watching, you're like, yeah, I see that moment is coming up. And I want to see what's the third version of it. And I understand this would not work on people who haven't watched the first two series. Honestly, if you haven't, you will be very confused because it didn't bother to explain anything really. It goes straight into the third time world setting. But if you are one of those people who still remembers, it's really enjoyable. It maintains that same flavor from years ago. If you love the songs from the two series previously, they show up again at places that will make you just, that's that song coming up, yeah. So that nostalgia value is a rare thing in the entirety of Chinese drama. The second thing about this drama that I really love is it is still very funny. Even if you haven't watched the first two, if you just like let go, don't think too much about why this person is doing this and that, just go with it, it's still as fun as the first series. My impression of the first two series is the first one is hilarious, second one because it was longer, at places it's a little bit falling off, slightly draggy, but overall still quite enjoyable. And the first 10 episodes of the third series really keeps up the first series energy of comedy, so kind of even funnier than the second series. And every episode they kiss, and they set up the story as such that every time the two leads kiss, you are screaming, stop kissing, go and watch, you'll understand why. Story is still pretty nonsensical as it always has been, but it's enjoyable. Turn off your brain and it's super enjoyable. Plus this drama has gotten more and more money. From series 1, when you can tell they really have no money, everything is so dirt poor, to the second series, when they start to have a little bit money, things start to look prettier. And to now, the third series, wow, they really did have much more money. So visually speaking, the third series definitely is the prettiest one among the three. And then let's talk about the obvious shortcomings of this drama. And I see people rant about this drama on the internet, and I understand why. So the first big thing is, it's not friendly to newcomers. If you came into this drama straight away without watching the first two series, it's just not gonna make sense to you. So that incurs a big cost at the audience's side that you have to kind of have invested your time previously to be able to get into the new one. And for the people who wouldn't want to do that, this drama will just look ridiculous. The second thing is, this drama is very nonsensical, and some really seemingly super trophy moments, but because it has been here, like I said, for so long, as long as you know what it is referencing to its previous stuff, it starts to take an extra layer of meaning and fun for you to watch. And this drama has by no means the best acting in the idol fantasy world. The two leads are still doing that job that you expect them to do from series 1. If you've enjoyed the previous two, you'll enjoy this one. If you don't like their particular style, or if particular character annoys you, they'll continue annoying you. There really is no stunning element of this drama that will heavily distinguish it from other things in its similar genre. The third thing is, by this stage, even for someone like me who really loved the first series, who liked the second series, and now I'm watching the third and I'm being very entertained by it, but I admit there is a level of tiredness. You've had quite a lot about their stories, and you've had pretty much everything that can happen to these two happening already. So I pretty much don't even expect I'm gonna get anything new from this particular coupling or the plot. And particularly for these two leading actor and actress, they have worked together on 4 different dramas now, including this one, 3 from this IP, 1 from last year's remake of Fated to Love You, Xing Zhaolin and Liang Jie. They've worked 4 times as a couple. So for people who actually dig their CP, you're so lucky. You get the only unique treatment, special deal that does not exist for anyone else in Chinese dramaland. They've had 3 screen children already, and yet these 2 are not a couple in real life. It really is the first time when that happened in Chinese dramaland, when I look at an actor and actress in real life and thinking, it's so weird that in real life you're not a couple. Shouldn't you be already married? Because in my head, you 2 are, and you've married so many times, and you 2 already have like many children together. I cannot call it a negative thing about this drama, but about my experience of watching this drama. While I enjoying their interactions, you know, some of the sweet romantic moments happening in this drama that's ridiculously fun, back of my mind, they're not a real couple, but they are, and this is weird. Reality starts to work on the dramatic world and making things feel really off. I don't know what's the better way to explain that. Only to my fellow eternal love watchers in this world who have gone through the first 2 seasons, you probably understand what it feels like. So, at the end of this first impression of the 3rd series of the Eternal Love, 双世宠妃, I would say this drama is pretty much made for old fans of the first 2 series. Not saying you can't get into this one now, but you have to do your homework of the first 2 series. And it's not the best drama out there. And I don't see it can reach the same kind of popularity as its first series has done back in 2017. The world has moved on, things change very quickly in the dramaland. But personally, to me, I am really appreciative that they made the 3rd series. And when I see Ba Wangye and Xiao Tan showing up on screen, I see my years of making this channel and sitting in front of this camera week after week, day after day, and it brings back my memories of a lot of things. To me, it has a lot of personal value. I'll definitely stick through till the end of this drama, and I hope it wouldn't crash in any significant way in the last 2/3 of the drama. And I hope this one hasn't disappointed my viewers who have been a fan of the first 2 series. Thank you for watching Avenue X. I'll see you in my next video. Meanwhile, live long and happy drama watching.